Civil aviation has been one of the most important sectors where the growth is clearly evident, be it the increase in the number of people flying or the number of airports in the country. India has witnessed a big leap and has a huge potential to fulfill that lies ahead. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recognizes the significance of civil aviation in taking India from the 10th to the 3rd largest economy of the world. Government's vision for the civil aviation is to ensure the people to have access to safe, secure, sustainable and affordable air connectivity services with world-class civil aviation infrastructure. Under Prime Minister Modi, there have been 4 ministers of civil aviation: Ashok Gajapati Raju, Suresh Prabhu, Hardeep Singh Puri and Jyotiraditya Scindia. They all have worked on a mission. The mission of the Indian Civil Aviation Ministry is to create world-class civil aviation infrastructure facilities, to establish effective regulatory framework including for safety, in harmony with international standards, to connect presently unserved areas of the country, develop skilled human resource according to the needs of the sector, to deploy advanced technologies for the optimal growth of the sector, to ensure maximum satisfaction of users, optimize consumer satisfaction. The government has set in motion a plan to transform Indian airports into aviation hubs, beginning with the Delhi airport to ensure seamless connectivity and minimize connection time between flights. In 2018, the Modi government set a goal to have 855 million air travelers by 2030-31. At the same time, it said that it would double the civil aviation infrastructure in the country by 2025 by building 220 airports. Back in 2014, around 67 million domestic passengers had taken to the skies. By 2022, that figure had nearly doubled to 123.2 million domestic passengers, despite being hit by the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020 and part of 2021. The number of airports in India has gone up from 74 in 2014 to 148 now, with the government aiming to increase this number to 220 by 2024-25. DG Yatra, which proclaims your face is your boarding pass, is another important technological leap for seamless processing of passengers. Launched towards the end of 2022, DG Yatra faced few issues related to privacy, but the Civil Aviation Minister allays such fears.
You will download an app on your phone called Digi app and Digi Locker. Based on that, you will then raise and put in place your Aadhaar details onto that app. You will then take a recent photograph of yours, which will be then matched with your Aadhaar details, and that's it. 24 hours before you travel, you will upload that information on a blockchain system with the airport, only the airport that you're traveling with. When you reach the airport server will have your information residing in it immediately. When your photograph is taken, that photograph at that entry point will then be matched with this information, and the doors will immediately open and you'll pass seamlessly through till you board. Once you have boarded and once you have completed your journey, within a period of 24 hours, all the information that you have uploaded only onto that airport will be completely purged.
The Modi government also launched India's first regional connectivity scheme, Ude Desh Ka Aam Nagrik or UDAN, in 2016 with the aim to make air travel affordable and augment economic development.
बहुत पहले हमारी सोच ये बनी थी कि हवाई यात्रा ने ये राजा महाराजाओं का ही विषय है और इसलिए हमारी एयरलाइंस के साथ जो लोगो जुड़ा था वो भी महाराजा का जुड़ा था। एविएशन को मैं किस रूप में देखता हूं, हमारे देश में गरीब व्यक्ति की एक पहचान है, वो हवाई चप्पल पहनता है। और मैंने उस मीटिंग में कहा था कि मैं चाहता हूं कि हवाई जहाज में हवाई चप्पल वाले लोग दिखाई दें।
Since the launch of the scheme, more than 114 million passengers have travelled in more than 216,000 Udan flights, with the government providing rupees 2,300 crore as a part of the viability gap funding. As of November 2022, 453 routes were operational, with 70 airports including 2 water landing sites for seaplanes and 9 heliports. The Udan scheme was created to target India's unserved, underserved and mostly underdeveloped regional airports with regularly scheduled flights. After nearly 7 years and more so due to the intervening COVID pandemic, the Udan scheme needs a reassessment. Air traffic on Udan routes decreased by more than 20% in December 2022, primarily due to the COVID pandemic. The next phase of Udan will focus on improving last mile connectivity in remote areas, promoting the operations of small aircrafts. Two lakh 54,817 metric tons of perishables were transported pan-India in FY 2021-22. Perishables tonnage pan-India, including joint venture airports, till November 2022 was 1,64,925 metric tons. 5 more airports were added to Krishi Udan 2.0, taking the total airports to 58. Prime Minister Narendra Modi laid the foundation of India's first transport aircraft manufacturing facility on 30th October 2022 in Vadodara, Gujarat, for production of C-295 aircraft in India. 40 aircrafts will be manufactured in India by Tata Consortium led by Tata Advanced Systems Limited and delivered from September 2026 to August 2031. While this is a step in the right direction, India has a long way to go if it wishes to be a hub of passenger aircraft manufacturing.
Make in India, make for the globe. इस मंत्र पर आगे बढ़ता रहा भारत आज अपने सामर्थ्य को और बढ़ा रहा है। अब भारत ट्रांसपोर्ट प्लेन का भी बहुत बड़ा निर्माता बनेगा। आज भारत में इसकी शुरुआत हो रही है और मैं वो दिन देख रहा हूं जब दुनिया के बड़े पैसेंजर प्लेन्स भी भारत में ही बनेंगे और उन पर लिखा होगा मेक इन इंडिया।
The government had set its sight on completing the sale of Air India as part of its larger plan to divest stakes in public sector undertakings. In January 2022, it completed the divestment of Air India to the Tata Group. The airline, which was nationalized in 1953, returned to the fold of the Tata Group, which had started the one-time flag carrier. Air India had accrued a loss of roughly rupees 1,57,339 crore in 10 years. The Tata Group bid rupees 18,000 crore as the airline's enterprise value. India is one of the fastest growing aviation markets in the world. Boeing has projected the country will require over 2,200 new planes in the next 2 decades and also pegged annual domestic air traffic growth to nearly 7% through 2041. In February this year, Air India firmed up its order for 250 Airbus and 220 new Boeing jets worth $70 billion at list prices. In June, Indigo placed a firm order of 500 Airbus A320 family aircrafts. This is the largest ever single aircraft purchased by any airline with Airbus. With this new order, since its inception in 2006, Indigo has ordered a massive total of 1,330 aircrafts with Airbus. The aviation industry in India is also looking towards consolidation.
I think it's a very positive sign, and the very fact that you will have a aggregated carrier, if you will, that looks at the merger on the one hand between Air India and Vistara, and on the other hand between Air Asia and Air India Express. And you will have a single airline that will offer a bouquet to our customer, both on the FCC side, which is the full cost carrier, which will be Air India plus Vistara, and on the ULCC side, the ultra low cost carrier, which will be the combination of Air Asia and Air India Express. And I think that the value proposition will only be enhanced through this combination of an offering.
The government had also said that it will come out with a policy to boost drone manufacturing in India and make the country a global manufacturing hub for UAVs or unmanned aerial vehicles. 2 years ago, it passed the new Drone Rules 2021, which the industry saw as a major step in promoting the use of drones across various segments. With the introduction of the new rules, the industry said the domestic market had the potential to grow to rupees 50,000 crore or $6.8 billion in the next 5 years.
ड्रोन का क्षेत्र भारत को आत्मनिर्भर बनाने में बहुत आगे ले जाएगा। ड्रोन क्रांति की ये चिंगारी सबसे पहले हमारे किसान और हमारे ग्रामीण भाई बहनों ने पूरे देश में लगाई है, लेकिन इसकी उज्ज्वला पूरी देश में फैलनी चाहिए। हमारा विश्वास है कि अमृत महोत्सव से अमृत काल तक के सफर में हमारा भारत विश्व का ड्रोन हब 2030 तक बनकर विश्व का नेतृत्व करेगा।
Despite doubling in terms of the market size in the last 9 years, attracting the biggest aircraft original equipment manufacturers or OEMs to set up shop in India or create an infrastructure for commercial aircraft leasing has remained a challenge. The lack of manufacturing facilities in India poses a massive problem for airlines in the country, which till date suffer due to unavailability of spare parts and engine manufacturing in the country. Government has to redouble its efforts in this direction. In fact, Gophers had blamed engine manufacturer Pratt & Whitney's inability to supply spare parts and engines for its Airbus aircraft for grounding its fleet in May. The two companies are currently in a legal fight. Around 70 planes of Gophers, Indigo and SpiceJet were grounded across multiple airports in the country due to the unavailability of spare parts and lack of MRO infrastructure in India. The Modi government has also said that it is keen to provide an enabling ecosystem for the growth of the aircraft maintenance, repair and operations industry in the country.
Ground handling services, maintenance, repair and overhaul यानी एमआरओ में भी 100% एफडीआई की अनुमति दी गई है। भारत पूरे क्षेत्र के लिए एमआरओ का हब बन सकता है। आज सभी ग्लोबल एविएशन कंपनीज भारत में मौजूद है। मैं उन्हें इन अवसरों का पूरा लाभ उठाने के लिए आमंत्रित करता हूं।
India still has a long way to go to reach its intended target of 220 airports by 2025. Many existing brownfield airports, including India's busiest ones, are going through a phase of renovation and expansion to modernize and factor in projected growth in traffic. A number of new greenfield airports are being built across the length and breadth of the country. India is also building its largest airport in Noida. The government is focusing on building infrastructure with the support of the private sector to make it more feasible with collaboration. Nearly $11.8 billion over a 4-year period would be spent by the Ministry of Civil Aviation on the construction of new greenfield airports and the development of existing brownfield airports. Out of this, the private sector will contribute $7.5 billion, while the Indian government will invest $4.3 billion through Airports Authority of India. From Delhi to Chennai, Mumbai to Kolkata, Indian airports are being upgraded or are being built from the scratch at a mammoth level. Delhi's Indira Gandhi International Airport is currently the busiest airport in India and the 9th busiest in the world. Its expansion has increased its capacity. 65 million passengers passed through IGI Airport's 3 terminals in 2022. The expansion work is largely complete. What the whole of India and indeed a big part of Asia and the world is interested in is the progress of the Noida International Airport at Jewar. Easily the biggest airport project currently in progress in India, the Noida International Airport first broke ground in 2021 and is expected to be fully completed in 2040. It is being developed by Yamuna International Airport Private Limited, a subsidiary of Zurich Airport International AG. Also known as Jewar International Airport, the huge project will include an initial 2 runways to cover 12 million passengers a year by 2024, before slowly expanding over the next 2 decades to become a 6-runway airport capable of handling 60 to 120 million passengers a year, making it India's and Asia's largest airport and the 4th largest in the world. It is hoped that the airport will improve the connectivity between Noida, Western Uttar Pradesh, Delhi and the National Capital Region by easing the high traffic load on the Indira Gandhi International Airport in Delhi. Noida International also has plans to become the country's first net zero airport. A distinct mark of progress in the sphere of civil aviation is the number of female pilots in the country. India has the highest number of female pilots in the world. Women comprise 12.4% of the pilots in India's major airlines. No other country has ever crossed the mark of 10%. India has more than 1,200 female pilots.
देश में आगे बढ़ाने के लिए एक अतिरिक्त शक्ति का सामर्थ्य भारत को आगे ले जाने वाला है और वो है विमेन लेड डेवलपमेंट। आज भारत गर्व से कह सकता है कि दुनिया में नागरिक उड्डयन में अगर किसी एक देश में सबसे ज्यादा विमेन पायलट हैं तो मेरे देश में है।
India is already the 3rd largest domestic aviation market in the world and is expected to overtake the UK to become the 3rd largest air passenger market by 2024. Indian aviation also contributed 5% of the GDP, creating a total of 4 million jobs. Let us here also not forget how the over 7 million other tourism sector jobs are closely linked to the health of the civil aviation sector. By one estimate, there is $72 billion gross value-added contribution to GDP by the aviation industry. There are multiple advantages of the aviation sector that needs to be highlighted. The aviation sector offers global connection, which is crucial for advancing international trade and business. Further, it greatly influences how a nation's economy is shaped by linking it to other nations and continents. It also plays a crucial role in promoting tourism by offering a robust transportation network. The promotion of tourism industry also helps the economy and employment sector both domestically and globally. The aviation sector has played an important role in natural catastrophes or even at the time of conflicts. No Indian will ever forget the courage displayed by Indian airlines and pilots in bringing students and other countrymen home from war-torn and pandemic-hit countries in the last few years.
आपके अथक प्रयासों का ही परिणाम है कि यूक्रेन से करीब करीब 23,000 भारतीय नागरिक सुरक्षित स्वदेश लौट आए। जब दो देशों की सेनाएं एक दूसरे के सामने हो, हथियार और धमाकों से घिरी हुई परिस्थिति हो, तब इतना बड़ा इवैक्यूएशन ऑपरेशन चलाना बहुत ही चुनौतीपूर्ण था। इनमें विदेश विभाग, रक्षा मंत्रालय, भारतीय वायुसेना से लेकर निजी एयरलाइंस, ग्राउंड पर एम्बेसी के अधिकारी से लेकर आप जैसे सभी वॉलेंटियर्स, सभी ने सक्रिय रूप से प्रोएक्टिवली अपना योगदान दिया।
India's airport capacity is expected to handle 1 billion trips annually by 2023. In 2013-14, there were 400 aircrafts in the nation, and currently there are well over 700 aircrafts with more than 100 planes expected to join each year. The Ministry of Civil Aviation stated that it is likely to
आप सभी से आग्रह है कि अपने अपने स्थानों पर खड़े रहें राष्ट्रगान के लिए।
गाड़ी कहाँ है वो पूरा करके रहता है।
हेलो।
हेलो। दोनों नहीं कर रहे, दोनों नहीं कर रहे। शपथ।
राजस्थान में नई सरकार का शपथ ग्रहण समारोह अब से कुछ ही देर में संपन्न होगा। आप तस्वीरों में देख रहे हैं प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी, राजस्थान के राज्यपाल कलराज मिश्र इस वक्त मंच पर मौजूद हैं।
अब मैं विनम्र निवेदन कर रहा हूं मुख्य सचिव महोदया श्रीमती उषा शर्मा जी से कि वो शपथ ग्रहण कार्यक्रम को आगे बढ़ाएं, संचालन करें।
मैं माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय से आग्रह करती हूं कि कृपया शपथ ग्रहण समारोह शुरू करने की अनुमति प्रदान करें। महोदय, मनोनीत मुख्यमंत्री श्री भजनलाल शर्मा अपने पद तथा गोपनीयता की शपथ ग्रहण करने के लिए यहाँ उपस्थित हैं। महोदय, कृपया अब आप मनोनीत मुख्यमंत्री जी को पद एवं गोपनीयता की शपथ ग्रहण करावें। मनोनीत माननीय मुख्यमंत्री श्री भजनलाल शर्मा जी से अनुरोध है कि शपथ ग्रहण करने हेतु पधारें।
मैं भजनलाल शर्मा ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं राजस्थान राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं भजनलाल शर्मा ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि जो विषय राजस्थान राज्य के मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा, उसे किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को तब के सिवाय जबकि ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में मैं अपने कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
महोदय, मनोनीत उप मुख्यमंत्री सुश्री दिया कुमारी अपने पद तथा गोपनीयता की शपथ ग्रहण करने के लिए यहाँ उपस्थित हैं। महोदय, कृपया अब आप मनोनीत उप मुख्यमंत्री को पद एवं गोपनीयता की शपथ ग्रहण करावें।
मैं दिया कुमारी ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगी। मैं भारत की प्रभुत्ता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगी। मैं राजस्थान राज्य के उप मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगी तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगी। मैं दिया कुमारी ईश्वर की शपथ लेती हूँ कि जो विषय राजस्थान राज्य के उप मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा, उसे किसी व्यक्ति या व्यक्तियों को तब के सिवाय जबकि ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप से संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगी।
महोदय, मनोनीत उप मुख्यमंत्री डॉक्टर प्रेमचंद बैरवा अपने पद तथा गोपनीयता की शपथ ग्रहण करने के लिए यहाँ उपस्थित हैं। महोदय, कृपया अब आप मनोनीत उप मुख्यमंत्री को पद एवं गोपनीयता की शपथ ग्रहण करावें।
मैं डॉक्टर प्रेमचंद बैरवा ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा। मैं भारत की प्रभुता और अखंडता अक्षुण्ण रखूंगा। मैं राजस्थान राज्य के उप मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों का श्रद्धापूर्वक और शुद्ध अंतःकरण से निर्वहन करूंगा तथा मैं भय या पक्षपात, अनुराग या द्वेष के बिना सभी प्रकार के लोगों के प्रति संविधान और विधि के अनुसार न्याय करूंगा। मैं डॉक्टर प्रेमचंद बैरवा ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि जो विषय राजस्थान राज्य के उप मुख्यमंत्री के रूप में मेरे विचार के लिए लाया जाएगा अथवा मुझे ज्ञात होगा, उसे किसी प्रकार या व्यक्तियों को तब के सिवाय जबकि ऐसे मंत्री के रूप में अपने कर्तव्यों के सम्यक निर्वहन के लिए ऐसा करना अपेक्षित हो, मैं प्रत्यक्ष अथवा अप्रत्यक्ष रूप में संसूचित या प्रकट नहीं करूंगा।
मैं माननीय राज्यपाल महोदय से आग्रह करती हूं कि कृपया शपथ ग्रहण समारोह के समापन की अनुमति प्रदान करें।
कृपया आप सभी से निवेदन है कि राष्ट्रगान के लिए अपने अपने स्थानों पर खड़े हो जाएं। राष्ट्रगान। आज का कार्यक्रम अब यहीं समाप्त होता है। आप सभी का हार्दिक आभार, अभिनंदन, धन्यवाद।
Supreme Court upholds scrapping of Jammu and Kashmir special status.
सर्वोच्च अदालत की संवैधानिक खंडपीठ ने धारा 370 को समाप्त करने का और जम्मू कश्मीर राज्य के पुनर्गठन का विधेयक, जो मैं 5 अगस्त 2019 को इस सदन में मोदी जी के लिए गए निर्णय के अनुमोदना में लेकर आया था, वो बिल लाने की मंशा, बिल का संवैधानिक रूप से स्वीकार और पूरी प्रक्रिया को भी माननीय सर्वोच्च अदालत ने संवैधानिक घोषित किया है, सर्वानुमत से किया। मान्यवर, आज मुझे आनंद है कश्मीर के लिए मरने वाला हर फौजी, छोटे से छोटा व्यक्ति, नागरिक से लेकर श्यामा प्रसाद मुखर्जी तक जिनने बलिदान दिया है, वो सभी लोगों की आत्मा आज इस देश में से 2 विधान, 2 निशान और 2 प्रधान समाप्त कर संतुष्टि का सांस निकलेगी। आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट का फैसला मान्यवर ऐतिहासिक फैसला है और ये फैसले को मैं बहुत मन के साथ 130 करोड़ की जनता की ओर से स्वागत भी करता हूं और अभिनंदन। कि मुरली मनोहर जी राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष थे, नरेंद्र मोदी जी हमारी यात्रा के संयोजक थे। लाल चौक में तिरंगा फहराना था, हम सभी गए थे, हमें जाने नहीं दिया। मोदी जी और कुछ लोग जान की परवाह करे बगैर गए और तिरंगा फहराया। तिरंगा फहराने के लिए भारत के हिस्से पर सेना को दखल करना पड़ता था। वही लाल चौक में 26 जनवरी को घर घर तिरंगा फहरा गया। मान्यवर कहते हैं क्या परिवर्तन आया है? 30 साल से थिएटर बंद थे, थिएटर नहीं चलते थे कश्मीर में। क्यों नहीं चलते थे? मैं इसकी मीमांसा में नहीं जाना था, परंतु आज कश्मीर में 3 थिएटर चालू हो गए हैं और 18 थिएटर घाटी में खुलने के तैयार कर रहे हैं और कई लोगों ने लोन का एप्लीकेशन किया। मान्यवर, शूटिंग नहीं होता था। 21 से अब तक 24 तक 100 शूटिंग हो चुके हैं मान्यवर, 100 शूटिंग हो चुके हैं। आर्टिकल 370 समाप्त होने के बाद और उसके पहले भी नरेंद्र मोदी जी की सरकार आई 2014 में। आज युवाओं का भविष्य ब्लैक नहीं है, परंतु स्कूल का ब्लैक बोर्ड उनका भविष्य बन गया है, वो पढ़ाई लिखाई। जो युवा मान्यवर पत्थर लेकर घूमते थे, मोदी सरकार ने, इस प्रधानमंत्री ने इसके हाथ में लैपटॉप पकड़ाने का काम किया है। पूरी दुनिया का एक्सेस और आतंकवाद और अलगाववाद की बात करने वाले लोग धारा 370 कर आधार बनाकर अलगाववाद की बात करने वाले लोग, आज जो लोग बात करते हैं उनकी कश्मीर की जनता अनसुनी करती है, डेमोक्रेसी और डेवलपमेंट की बात करती है। मान्यवर, ये आज बदलाव हुआ है।
अलग अलग कैटेगरी के लोग थे, अलग अलग समय पे गए, कुछ शुरू में गए, कुछ बीच में गए, कुछ बाद में गए। बट द फैक्ट इज सर, कश्मीर की जो ट्रेजेडी थी वाज इमेंस।
विकास के नए मार्ग के ऊपर कश्मीर इस प्रकार से प्रशस्त होता हुआ जा रहा है कि धारा 370 के हटने के बाद जो कश्मीर का डोमेस्टिक प्रोडक्ट था, जीएसडीपी था, जो 1 लाख करोड़ रुपए था, वो 5 साल में बढ़कर 2,27,000 करोड़ रुपए से अधिक हो गया है। सरकार ने कई लार्ज रिक्रूटमेंट ड्राइव स्टार्ट किए हैं, जिसमें 29,813 लोग अब तक रिक्रूट किए जा चुके हैं और एडिशनल 5,523 वैकेंसीज क्रिएट की गई हैं।
Where our Kashmiri brothers and sisters had to forcibly leave their land in the middle of the night and run away for fear of life. We are providing them a voice today. I think this is a very good step. In this, we are adding one more, that a woman's representative will be there among these two. It's a very good women's empowerment move.
आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी को और अमित शाह जी को धन्यवाद देता हुआ कि आपने ये महत्वपूर्ण, और आज का दिन इसलिए भी ऐतिहासिक है कि आज सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने सर्वसम्मति से धारा 370 को अपहेल्ड करने का काम किया है।
शंकर का वह क्रोधा नल कर सकता, जगती क्षार क्षार डमरू की वह प्रलय ध्वनि हूँ, जिसमें नचता भीषण संहार रणचंडी की यत्र प्यास। मैं दुर्गा का उन्मत्त हास, मैं यम की प्रलयंकर पुकार, जलते मरघट का धुआंधार, फिर अंतरतम की ज्वाला से जगती में आग लगा दूं मैं। यदि धधक उठे जल थल अंबर, जड़ चेतन तो कैसा विस्मय। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन रग रग मैं आज पुरुष निर्भयता का वरदान लिए आया भूपर। पै पीकर सब मरते आए, मैं अमर हुआ लो विष पीकर। मैं आज पुरुष निर्भयता का वरदान लिए आया भूपर। पै पीकर सब मरते आए, मैं अमर हुआ लो विष पीकर। अधरों की प्यास बुझाई है मैंने पीकर, वह आग प्रखर हो जाती दुनिया भस्मसात, जिसको पल भर में ही छूकर। वैसे व्याकुल फिर दुनिया ने प्रारंभ किया मेरा पूजन। मैं नर नारायण नीलकंठ बन गया, न इसमें कुछ संशय। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन रग रग। मैं अखिल विश्व का गुरु महान देता विद्या का, मैं अखिल विश्व का गुरु महान देता विद्या का अमरदान। मैंने दिखलाया मुक्ति मार्ग, मैंने सिखलाया ब्रह्म ज्ञान। मेरे वेदों का ज्ञान अमर, मेरे वेदों की ज्योति प्रखर। मानव के मन का अंधकार क्या कभी सामने सखा सहर। मेरा स्वर नभ में गहर गहर, सागर के जल में चहर चहर। इस कोने से उस कोने तक कर सकता जगती सौरभमय। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन रग रग हिंदू मेरा परिचय। मैं तेज पुंज तमलीन जगत में फैलाया मैंने प्रकाश। जगती का रच करके विनाश कब चाहा है निज का विकास। शरणागत की रक्षा की है मैंने अपना जीवन देकर। विश्वास नहीं यदि आता तो साक्षी है इतिहास अमर। यदि आज देहली के खंडहर सदियों की निद्रा से जगकर गुंजार उठे ऊंचे स्वर से, हिंदू की जय तो क्या विस्मय। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन रग रग हिंदू मेरा। दुनिया के वीराने पथ पर जब जब नर ने खाई ठोकर, दुनिया के वीराने पथ पर जब जब नर ने खाई ठोकर दो आंसू शेष बचा पाया। जब जब मानव सब कुछ खोकर मैं आया तभी द्रवित होकर मैं आया ज्ञान दीप लेकर। भूला भटका मानव पथ पर चल निकला सोते से जगकर। पथ के आवर्तों से थककर जो बैठ गया आधे पथ पर उस नर को राह दिखाना ही मेरा सदैव का दृढ़ निश्चय। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन रग रग हिंदू मेरा। मैंने छाती का लहू पिला पाले विदेश के एक सुदित लाल। मैंने छाती का लहू पिला पाले विदेश के एक सुदित लाल। मुझको मानव में भेद नहीं मेरा अंतस्थल वर विशाल। जग से ठुकराए लोगों को लो मेरे घर का खुला द्वार। अपना सब कुछ हूँ लुटा चुका फिर भी अक्षय है धनागार। मेरा हीरा पाकर ज्योतित परकियों का वह राज मुकुट यदि इन चरणों पर झुक जाए कल वह किरीट तो क्या विस्मय। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन रग रग मेरा। मैं वीर पुत्र मेरी जननी के जगती में जौहर अपार। अकबर के पुत्रों से पूछो क्या याद उन्हें मीना बाजार। क्या याद उन्हें चित्तौड़ दुर्ग में जलने वाली आग प्रखर। जब हाय सहस्त्रों माताएं तिल तिल कर जल कर हो गई अमर। वह बुझने वाली आग नहीं रग रग में उसे समाये। बुझने वाली आग नहीं रग रग में उसे समाये हूँ। यदि कभी अचानक फूट पड़े विप्लव लेकर तो क्या विस्मय। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन को गुलाम होकर स्वतंत्र मैंने कब चाहा है कर लूं जग को गुलाम। मैंने तो सदा सिखाया है करना अपने मन को गुलाम। गोपाल राम के नामों पर कब मैंने अत्याचार किया। कब दुनिया को हिंदू करने घर घर में नरसंहार किया। कोई बतलाए काबुल में जाकर कितनी मस्जिद तोड़ी। भूभाग नहीं शत शत मानव के हृदय जीतने का निश्चय। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन रग रग हिंदू मेरा। अंत में मैं एक बिंदु परिपूर्ण सिंधु है यह मेरा हिंदू समाज। मेरा इसका संबंध अमर में व्यक्ति और यह है समाज। इससे मैंने पाया तन मन इससे मैंने पाया जीवन। मेरा तो बस कर्तव्य ही कर दूं सब कुछ इसके अर्पण। मैं तो समाज की थाती हूँ मैं तो समाज का हूँ सेवक। मैं तो समष्टि के लिए व्यष्टि का कर सकता बलिदान अब है। हिंदू तन मन हिंदू जीवन रग रग हिंदू मेरा।
रासायनिक उत्पादों से होने वाले नुकसान को अब सारी दुनिया समझने लगी है और यही कारण है कि भारत में और भारत के बाहर ऑर्गेनिक उत्पादों की मांग लगातार बढ़ती जा रही है। भारत अपनी 27 लाख हेक्टेयर की ऑर्गेनिक भूमि के साथ विश्व में चौथे स्थान पर है। विश्व के कुल 34 लाख ऑर्गेनिक उत्पादकों में से 16 लाख भारत से हैं। फिर भी विश्व में भारत का ऑर्गेनिक उत्पादों में योगदान मात्र 2.7% है। ये परिस्थितियां बताती हैं कि भारत के ऑर्गेनिक उत्पादों और उनके व्यापार की अपार संभावनाएं हैं।
भाइयों और बहनों, नेचुरल फार्मिंग से जिन्हें सबसे अधिक फायदा होगा वो है हमारे देश के 80% छोटे किसान जिनके पास 2 हेक्टेयर से भी कम भूमि है। इनमें से अधिकांश किसानों का काफी खर्च केमिकल फर्टिलाइजर पर होता है। अगर वो प्राकृतिक खेती की तरफ मुड़ेंगे तो उनकी स्थिति और बेहतर होगी।
भारत में ऑर्गेनिक जमीन है, उत्पादक हैं और एक बड़ा बाजार ऑर्गेनिक उत्पादों का इंतजार कर रहा है। भारत के किसानों और उत्पादकों को इस बड़े बाजार का फायदा मिल सके, माननीय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के नेतृत्व तथा श्री अमित शाह माननीय गृह एवं सहकारिता मंत्री के कुशल मार्गदर्शन में सहकारिता मंत्रालय ने राष्ट्रीय सहकारी ऑर्गेनिक लिमिटेड का गठन किया है। इसे भारत सरकार के विभिन्न मंत्रालयों, संस्थाओं और प्रमुख सहकारी समितियों का सहयोग मिलेगा। वाणिज्य और उद्योग मंत्रालय, कृषि और किसान कल्याण मंत्रालय, खाद्य प्रसंस्करण और उद्योग मंत्रालय, स्वास्थ्य और परिवार कल्याण मंत्रालय और उत्तर पूर्वी क्षेत्र विकास मंत्रालय भी समिति के उद्देश्यों को पूरा करने में सहयोग देंगे। इसका कार्य पूरे देश में होगा और ऑर्गेनिक खेती करने वाले और रुचि रखने वाले किसान उत्पादक संघ, सहकारी समितियां इससे जुड़ सकती हैं।
हमने 3 नई कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज बनाने का काम किया है। मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी भारत सरकार बना रही है, बन गई है। बहुराज्य ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट मार्केटिंग के लिए एक सोसाइटी, ऑर्गेनिक प्रोडक्ट के लिए, प्राकृतिक खेती के लिए ढेर सारे किसान आगे आए हैं, मगर उनको सर्टिफिकेशन नहीं है और उनको अपने उपज का मूल्य नहीं मिलता है। एक मल्टी स्टेट कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी बनेगी जो पैक्स से एपेक्स तक जहां जहां किसान ऑर्गेनिक फूड्स, ऑर्गेनिक कृषि उपज बना रहा है, उसको परचेस कर भारत ब्रांड के साथ इसका मार्केटिंग कर इसका पूरा मुनाफा वो किसान के खाते में वापस देने का काम आज जैविक सोसाइटी।
राष्ट्रीय सहकारी ऑर्गेनिक लिमिटेड, चाहे वो उत्पादन या प्रशिक्षण हो, मानकीकरण या प्रमाणन हो, ब्रांडिंग या पैकेजिंग हो, मार्केटिंग या लॉजिस्टिक सुविधाएं हो, हर क्षेत्र में हर स्तर पर अपने सदस्यों को सहायता प्रदान करेगी। जब राष्ट्र स्तर पर बिखरे हुए ऑर्गेनिक उत्पादकों और किसानों को एक छत्र सुविधाएं मिलेंगी तो आमदनी बढ़ेगी, रोजगार बढ़ेगा और सहकार से समृद्धि की परिकल्पना साकार होगी। राष्ट्रीय ऑर्गेनिक सहकारी समिति का सदस्य बनने के लिए नीचे दी गई ईमेल आईडी पर संपर्क करें। अधिक जानकारी के लिए संपर्क करें www.cooperation.gov.in।
Second quarter growth has been very high. It's the highest in the world, and we continuously maintain that momentum of being the fastest growing economy. You compare all these developments around the world, and for India to have reached 7.6% in the second quarter is a very significant number that we cannot afford to miss. There is a temptation to think, is this growth on the back of only one sector, whereas it's not. All sectors are growing and growing significantly for us to notice it. So because of the Make in India program and also because of the Prime Minister's production-linked incentive schemes, the manufacturing sector is also now significantly contributing to the economy. As per the PLFS, that is the Periodic Labour Force Survey, WPR, the worker population ratio, that is the share of the employed in the total population, has increased to 56% in 2022-23 from 46.8% in 2017-18. And I underline the fact that this is post-COVID, that it has gone up to 56%. So there is an increase in the worker population ratio.
India has become the 5th largest economy in last 8 years. India's second quarter growth is the highest in the world. The manufacturing sector registered its highest growth of 13.9% in second quarter of financial year 2024. Unemployment rate has declined to 10% from 17.8% in 2017 and 18. Direct tax collection grew by 21.82%. GST collections touched 1.6 lakh crore rupees. Hello and welcome viewers. You're watching this special presentation of Sunset TV, State of Indian Economy, with your host Kriti Mishra. Rajya Sabha saw an erudite discussion on the economic situation in the country. Normally, a short duration discussion lasts for 2.5 hours. But this imperative discussion on the economy spanned over 3 days. In this edition, we've packed everything for you. So come along. One of the important parliamentary devices available to members in the upper house to draw the attention of the government to matters of urgent public importance is to raise a discussion of short duration without a formal motion or vote thereon. The chairman of the council decides the admissibility of the notice.
माननीय सभापति जी,
short duration discussion.
A short duration discussion on the economic situation in the country saw riveting speeches and interventions from both the Treasury and opposition benches. The discussion commenced on December 5th and culminated on December 7th. Participating in the discussion, BJP members asserted that India is the fastest growing economy due to the effective economic policies of the Narendra Modi government.
अमेरिका की 1.5 है परसेंट, यूरोपियन यूनियन 1.2, जर्मनी 0.9, फ्रांस 1.3, इटली 1.7, स्पेन 1.7, जापान 1, इंग्लैंड 0.6, कनाडा 1.6 और अदर एडवांस कंट्रीज 2.2 और इसमें भारत 6.3।
महंगाई पर बार बार चर्चा हो रही है। अगर लोग इतने ही दुखी होते, इतने ही नाराज होते, तो फिर मैं मध्य प्रदेश, राजस्थान, छत्तीसगढ़ की बात करना चाहूंगा। और इस देश में कितने प्रदर्शन हुए। सभापति महोदय, दुनिया के 50 देशों में लाखों लोग सड़कों पर आ गए पेट्रोल डीजल की महंगाई, खाने पीने की चीजों की महंगाई के विरोध में। लेकिन भारत में 10,000 लोग भी कई सड़कों पर नहीं आए।
Members across political spectrum participated in the short duration discussion in the upper house.
Sir, I compliment the government. I laud them because they brought in the Anusandhan National Research Foundation bill. And Prime Minister has often spoken about Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan, Jai Vigyan, Jai Anusandhan. But sir, we need to really focus on Anusandhan or research if we want to become a developed economy in the next couple of decades.
At a large economy, we are growing at the fastest rate in the world. We are innovative. We have the largest FDI coming into the country.
जनप्रतिनिधि जो राज्यसभा और लोकसभा में बैठे हुए हैं, उनके लिए आर्थिक परिस्थिति पे जब हम बात करते हैं ना, तो सर सबसे पहले गरीब की थाली नजर आती है।
वित्त मंत्री से अनुरोध है कि इसका ख्याल रखें कि किसी तरह से हमें निर्यात बढ़ाया जाए और आयात हमारा कम किया जाए।
मैं ये कहना चाहता हूं कि इन आंकड़ों पर मत जाएं, गांव में, देहात में, ग्रामीण इलाके में जाकर असलियत को देखें, लोगों से बात करें और कमियों को दूर करें।
Replying to a 3-day debate on the state of the country's economy in Rajya Sabha on December 7th, Union Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman countered the charges of the opposition and said the centre has addressed the issues of inflation, unemployment and inequality. In her 90-minute reply, she said the second quarter growth was very high. It is the highest globally and the country is now the second most sought after manufacturing destination in the world.
So the honourable members would have read the Wall Street Journal, S&P ratings, Bloomberg, all of whom, while speaking very well about the Indian economy, refer to the reform measures undertaken by the Honourable PM, taking his name. I would like to say this. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's efforts, this is quote, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's efforts to outrun China and transform India's economic model into one driven by manufacturing rather than consumption are creating a tailwind for infrastructure and heavy industry companies.
She also said that through schemes like PLI and Make in India, the manufacturing sector is significantly contributing to the economy and its share to GDP is 13.9%. She said while all developed countries are struggling with the decreasing manufacturing output, India is moving forward.
Second quarter growth has been very high. It's the highest in the world, and we continuously maintain that momentum of being the fastest growing economy. During the same quarter, July to September 23, the third and the fourth largest economies of the world contracted, sir. Germany contracted by 0.4% and Japan contracted by 2.1%.
The Finance Minister further informed the House that direct tax collection grew by 21.82% this year till November, and monthly GST collections have stabilized at 1.6 lakh crore, and that is a sign of economic growth.
The credibility of this government, sir, is to financially empower the states, can also be engaged from the fact that an issue which was pending from 1996-97 till 2014-15 happened, nobody touched it. That was actually money belonging to the states. Nobody touched it. It was lying as a pending amount, tax dues amounting to 81,645 was lying there. It was Prime Minister Modi who in 2015, talking to the earlier, this happened in 2021, talking to the ministry, to the officials, to me, all of us worked together with the states. There was some money which the states owned the center. This money was owned by the center to the states. 81,645 crores was then released. Reconciled amounts adjusted. The net amount which went to the states was 43,168.
Did you know that from fiscal year 2006 to fiscal year 2012, India's manufacturing sector GDP grew by an average of 9.5% per year? Then, over the next 6 years, growth declined to 7.4%. In fiscal year 2020, manufacturing generated 17.4% of India's GDP. So, what's propelling India's manufacturing sector like never before? Let's find out.
ऑटोमोबाइल से लेकर के एग्रो वैल्यू एडिशन तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, सब सैटेलाइट हो या सबमरीन, कम मेक इन इंडिया, केमिकल्स से लेकर के फार्मास्यूटिकल तक कम मेक इन इंडिया, पेपर हो या प्लास्टिक, कम मेक इन इंडिया.
Emerging as a global leader and superpower, after 75 years of independence, India is entering its golden era, leapfrogging to become the third largest economy. Since the Industrial Revolution, no country has become a major economy without becoming an industrial power. Prime Minister Modi elevated the revival of Indian manufacturing to a key policy objective of the government, identifying the sector as the engine of long-run growth. It was a powerful galvanizing call to action to India's citizens and business leaders, and an invitation to potential partners and investors around the world in the growth story of New India that was Make in India.
Manufacturing and ease of doing business has received concentrated attention of the government. The importance of manufacturing has been recognized in India for the first time since independence. And the changes made by the government in many ways in using technology, in using digitization, making new laws like the GST and the bankruptcy law, all of these laws have considerably simplified the complexities which existed of doing business in India. So I think this process will continue, and the continuance of this process will mean that we in India can aspire to become one of the most competitive manufacturing countries in the world.
As a result, India today is one of the most open economies of the world. India is now first amongst the world's most attractive investment destinations. First amongst world's fastest growing economies. First among 100 countries on the Growth, Innovation and Leadership Index. 7th most valued national brand in the world. India has moved 16 places in Global Competitiveness Index. Data speaks louder than words. FDI inflows in India stood at $45.15 billion in 2014 and 15. But the year 2021-22 recorded the highest ever FDI at $83.6 billion. The FDI has come from 101 countries and invested across 31 UTs and states and 57 sectors in the economy. On the back of economic reforms and ease of doing business in recent years, India is on track for attracting $100 billion in FDI. There is a significant increase in FDI in the manufacturing sector. Why? Well, the answer is production-linked incentive scheme. Without doubt, PLI schemes have enhanced the competitiveness of the manufacturing sector and are helping leverage the untapped potential of industries to fulfill the vision of an Atmanirbhar Bharat. The PLI schemes as envisioned by Prime Minister Narendra Modi with the objective of making India Atmanirbhar is built on the foundation of 14 sectors with an incentive outlay of 1.97 lakh crore to strengthen the production capabilities and help create global champions. Actual investment of 62,500 crore has been realized till March 2023 and has resulted in incremental production or sales of 6.75 lakh crore and employment generation of around 3,25,000. Exports boosted by 2.5 lakh crore till financial year 2022-23. PLI scheme has led to major smartphone companies shifting its suppliers to India like Foxconn, Wistron and Pegatron. As a result, top high-end phones are being manufactured in India. It has also resulted in a 20-fold increase in women employment and localization in IT hardware such as battery and laptops. We have been able to increase the value addition in mobile manufacturing to 20% within a period of 3 years. Whereas countries like Vietnam achieved 18% value addition over 15 years and China achieved 49% value addition in over 25 years.
Fiscal deficit was actually about three and a half times that of peer economies. So we spent far more than was optimal. Current account deficit touching almost 6%, and therefore India became part of the fragile five. In contrast, now India has actually become part of the top 5 economies, which many commentators call it as a famous five. So
India is one of the fastest growing economies of the world and is poised to continue on this path with aspirations to reach high income status by 2047, the centenary of Indian independence. It is also committed to ensuring that its continued growth path is equipped to deal with the challenges of climate change and in line with goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2070. Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sunset TV. Goodbye for now from my side.
20 समझौते जो पाकिस्तान से कहा गया है। एक नहीं, दो नहीं, करो 20 समझौते, पर स्वतंत्र भारत का मस्तक नहीं झुकेगा। अगणित बलिदानों से अर्जित यह स्वतंत्रता, अगणित बलिदानों से अर्जित यह स्वतंत्रता, शिव स्वेद शोणित से सिंचित यह स्वतंत्रता, त्याग तेज तप बल से रक्षित यह स्वतंत्रता, दुखी मनुजता के हित अर्पित यह स्वतंत्रता। इसे मिटाने की साजिश करने वालों से कह दो चिनगारी का खेल बुरा होता है। इसे मिटाने की साजिश करने वालों से कह दो चिनगारी का खेल बुरा होता है। औरों के घर आग लगाने का जो सपना, वह अपने ही घर में सदा खड़ा हो। अपने ही हाथों तुम अपनी कब्र न खोदो, अपने ही हाथों तुम अपनी कब्र न खोदो, अपने पैरों आप कुल्हाड़ी नहीं चलाओ। ओ नादान पड़ोसी अपनी आंखें खोलो, आजादी अनमोल न इसका मोल लगाओ। पर तुम क्या जानो आजादी क्या होती है, पर तुम क्या जानो आजादी क्या होती है। तुम्हें मुफ्त में मिली न कीमत गई चुकाई। अंग्रेजों के बल पर 2 टुकड़े पाए हैं, मां को खंडित करते तुमको लाज ना आई। अमेरिकी शस्त्रों से अपनी आजादी को दुनिया में कायम रख लोगे यह मत समझो। अमेरिकी शस्त्रों से अपनी आजादी को दुनिया में कायम रख लोगे यह मत समझो। 10-20 अरब डॉलर लेकर आने वाली बर्बादी से तुम बच लोगे ये मत समझो। धमकी जिहाद के नारों से, हथियारों से कश्मीर कभी हथिया लोगे यह मत समझो। हमलों से, अत्याचारों से, संहारों से भारत का शीश झुका लोगे यह मत समझो। जब तक गंगा की धार, सिंधु में ज्वार, अग्नि में जलन, सूर्य में तपन शेष, स्वातंत्र समर की वेदी पर अर्पित होंगे अगणित जीवन यौवन अशेष। अमेरिका क्या संसार भले ही हो विरुद्ध, कश्मीर पर भारत का ध्वज नहीं झुकेगा। एक नहीं, दो नहीं, एक नहीं, दो नहीं, करो 20 समझौते, पर स्वतंत्र भारत का निश्चय नहीं रुकेगा।
माननीय सभासदों, माननीय सभापति जी,
बैठ जाइए। सभा की कार्यवाही सोमवार दिनांक 18 दिसंबर 2023 को प्रातः 11 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
हार नहीं मानूंगा, रार नहीं ठानूंगा, काल के कपाल पर लिखता जाता हूं, गीत नया गाता, गीत नया गाता।
मौत से ठन गई। जूझने का मेरा कोई इरादा न था, जूझने का मेरा कोई इरादा न था, मोड़ पर मिलेंगे इसका वादा न था। रास्ता रोककर खड़ी हो गई, ये लगा जिंदगी से बड़ी हो गई। मौत जिंदगी से बड़ी कैसे हो सकती? जूझने का मेरा कोई इरादा न था, मोड़ पर मिलेंगे इसका वादा न था। रास्ता रोककर वह खड़ी हो गई, यूं लगा जिंदगी से बड़ी हो गई। मौत की उम्र क्या, मौत की उम्र क्या, 2 पल भी नहीं। जिंदगी सिलसिला आज कल की नहीं। मैं जी भर जिया, मैं मन से मरूं, लौट कर आऊंगा, कूच से क्यों डरूं। तू दबे पांव चोरी छिपे से ना, सामने वार कर फिर मुझे आजमा। मौत से बेखबर जिंदगी का सफर, शाम हर सुरमई रात बंसी का स्वर। बात ऐसी नहीं कि कोई गम ही नहीं, बात ऐसी नहीं कि कोई गम ही नहीं। दर्द अपने पराये कुछ कम भी नहीं। प्यार इतना परायों से मुझको मिला, ना अपनों से बाकी है कोई गिला। हर चुनौती से 2 हाथ मैंने किए, आंधियों में जलाए हैं पुश्ते दिए। रास्ता रोक कर खड़ी हो गई, ये लगा जिंदगी से बड़ी हो गई।
Namaskar and good evening, viewers. You are watching Sunset TV and I, Rajiv Kumar Singh, am here with our new program, Question Hour Plus. The show focuses on important questions related to issues raised by members during the Question Hour in both the Houses of Parliament. It was the 9th day of the winter session. It being Thursday, questions from 14 different ministries, departments are listed in the Rajya Sabha. Those are displayed on your screens. In the Lok Sabha, on the other hand, questions from 9 ministries are listed on Thursdays. Those ministries are now on your screens. In this program, we will be taking up questions related to the ministries of Culture, Civil Aviation, Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Road Transport and Highways, and the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports. A question on drone operations was asked in the Lok Sabha. BJP members from Maharashtra, Manoj Kotak and Raksha Nikhil Khadse, asked the Ministry of Civil Aviation whether India has formulated new rules aiming to promote and facilitate drone operations across the country and make India a global drone hub by 2030, and if so, the details thereof. In reply, Minister for State for Civil Aviation, General Dr. V.K. Singh said, the central government has undertaken a series of reform measures to facilitate drone manufacturing and operations in the country. The most recent being Drone Amendment Rules 2023, notified on 27th of September 2023, providing an alternative arrangement in case of non-availability of Indian passport with the applicant for issuance of Remote Pilot Certificate, RPC. Now, government-issued proof of identity and government-issued proof of address such as voter's ID card, ration card or driving license shall be adequate for issuance of RPC. Promotion of drone technology is another medium of advancing India's commitment to good governance and ease of living. The integration of drones into common people's lives marks a transformative shift in how we perceive and interact with technology. Drones offer tremendous benefits to almost all sectors of the economy like agriculture, mining, infrastructure, surveillance, emergency response, transportation, geospatial mapping, defense and law enforcement. Drones can be significant creators of employment and economic growth due to their reach, versatility and ease of use, especially in India's remote and inaccessible areas. talking about the usage of drone technology. Drone-based surveillance system has been introduced for railway security. Drone technology has played a key role in PM Swamitra Yojana, wherein every property in the villages of India is being digitally mapped for the first time and digital property cards are distributed. India deployed drones to deliver COVID-19 vaccines. Drones were used for surveillance of COVID-19 hotspots and containment zones to ensure strict compliance of lockdown guidelines. Drone technology has revolutionized agriculture in terms of empowering farmers and modernizing agriculture, as it has become an effective tool to address issues associated with land records, floods and drought. First ever drone exhibition cum display, Bharat Drone Shakti 2023 was jointly organized by Indian Air Force and Drone Federation of India in September this year. The exhibition featured over 75 drone startups from across the country. Drone Shakti is the government perspective on consolidating the efforts in the drone ecosystem. It is basically institutionalizing and creating a framework where multiple stakeholders can work together. Series of reform measures have been undertaken to promote India's upcoming drone industry, such as liberalized drone rules notified in August 2021, zone airspace map published in September 2021, which has opened up nearly 90% of Indian airspace as green zones for drone flying up to 400 feet, production-linked incentive PLI scheme for drones notified in September 2021, monetary grant program for purchase of agricultural drones announced by the Union Agriculture Ministry in January 2022. As far as future projections goes, it is estimated that in India the drone industry will be rupees 5,000 crore sector by 2026. Over rupees 6,000 crore a year worth employment could be generated in the drone sector alone. Drone sector is estimated to add over rupees 24,000 crore to agriculture sector this year itself. This could benefit 10 crore farmers. With the aim to create 2 crore Lakhpati Didis and strengthening the vision of Drone Ki Udan, 15,000 women's self-help groups are to be provided loans and training for operating and repairing drones. As these devices continue to evolve, their impact is poised to grow, influencing not only our daily routines but also shaping the way we approach various tasks and activities.
Sikandar Kumar, a BJP Member of Parliament from Himachal Pradesh, and Seema Dwivedi, a BJP Member of Parliament from Uttar Pradesh, both representing the Rajya Sabha, have jointly posed a series of questions to the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. They seek information on Ramsar sites in the country, including the total number of such sites. Additionally, they inquire about any notable increase in Ramsar sites since 2015 and request specific details in this regard. Furthermore, the MPs are keen to understand the steps taken by the ministry to enhance the preservation and protection of these sites, indicating a shared concern for the conservation of wetland ecosystem in India. The Minister of State in the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, Ashwini Kumar Chaubey, stated that the Wetlands Conservation and Management Rules 2017 have been notified by the ministry. These rules, under the Environment Protection Act 1986, apply to designated wetlands and Ramsar sites nationwide. State UT wetland authorities have been formed per these rules to safeguard and preserve wetlands including Ramsar sites. Additionally, the MOS mentioned the Amrit Dharohar initiative, which was launched by the Government of India in 2023. This initiative aims to promote the sustainable use and conservation of Ramsar sites in India. It focuses on 4 key aspects: species and habitat conservation, nature tourism, wetland livelihoods, and wetlands carbon assessment. The implementation of Amrit Dharohar involves coordinating existing schemes and programs from various departments and state governments. Ramsar sites in India are wetlands or similar sites of international significance to conserve and ensure sustainable use of its resources. The wetlands in India are called Ramsar sites after they are listed under the Ramsar Convention. The Ramsar Convention on Wetlands has tight criteria in place to safeguard these wetlands. Wetlands play a crucial role in supporting biodiversity, climate resilience, freshwater availability, and overall human well-being. India, recognizing the importance of these ecosystems, has emerged as a leader in wetland conservation in Asia. The country boasts the largest network of Ramsar sites in the region, with 75 wetlands of international importance designated as Ramsar sites, covering an extensive area of more than 13 lakh hectares. In the 75th year of independence, India expanded this network by adding 11 new sites, including 4 in Tamil Nadu, 3 in Odisha, 2 in Jammu and Kashmir, and 1 each in Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra. The designation of these sites aims to boost wetland conservation and resource management. Since joining the Ramsar Convention in 1982, India actively expanded its Ramsar sites with 49 new additions from 2014 to 2023. In 2022 alone, 28 sites were declared Ramsar sites, with Tamil Nadu leading at 14 and Uttar Pradesh following with 10. With a total of 75 Ramsar sites, India contributes to the global count of approximately 2,400 Ramsar sites. The distribution across states showcases the nation's commitment to wetland conservation. These sites, designated under the Ramsar Convention since 1971, serve essential ecological functions and hold cultural, financial, scientific, and recreational importance. The oldest Ramsar sites designated in 1981 are Keoladev Ghana National Park and Chilika Lake. On the grand scale, the largest Ramsar sites in terms of area are Sundarban wetland in West Bengal, covering 4,230 square kilometers, Vembanand coal wetland in Kerala, spanning more than 1,500 square kilometers, and Chilika Lake in Odisha, extending over 1,165 square kilometers. Additionally, Satkosia Gorge in Odisha and Koleru Lake in Andhra Pradesh are notable for their substantial sizes, with areas of more than 980 and more than 900 square kilometers respectively. On the other end of the spectrum, the smallest Ramsar sites in India include Vembanur Wetland Complex and Vedanthagal Bird Sanctuary in Tamil Nadu, Renuka Lake in Himachal Pradesh, Nanda Lake in Goa, and Udaymarthandapuram Bird Sanctuary in Tamil Nadu. INC Rajya Sabha member from Chhattisgarh, Rajiv Shukla, raised a question about the promotion of women in sports. The member inquired with the Minister of Youth Affairs and Sports about whether the government is implementing measures specifically designed to promote women in sports, and if so, he requested details regarding these measures. The member requested information on the specific measures implemented, their outcomes, and the number of women participating in sports categorized by states and types. Furthermore, the member sought insights into the government's future plans aimed at enhancing women's involvement in sports. In reply, Minister of Sports and Youth Affairs Anurag Thakur said, "Sports being a state subject, the responsibility of development of sports, including promotion of women athletes in the country, rests primarily with the state union territory governments, and central government only supplements their efforts. However, this ministry is running various sports promotional schemes across the country which are gender neutral and promote equal participation for both men and women sportspersons." The minister further mentioned that there is a dedicated sub-component of sports for women where emphasis is laid on such sports disciplines where there is less participation of women. Under this initiative, various Khelo India Women Leagues are being conducted. Till now, women leagues have been organized in 19 sports disciplines across the country. 479 competitions have been organized for women athletes with more than 50,000 participants. A portal named Asmita Achieving sports milestone by inspiring women through action was also launched for Women's League on 22nd August 2023. As of now, a total of 1341 women athletes have been identified under the Khelo India scheme in various sports disciplines. As a special initiative for encouraging women in sports, the Khelo India 10 Kadam Sports Competition was also launched on the occasion of International Women's Day in March 2023. The Khelo India scheme takes center stage, driving grassroots sports and dedicating substantial resources to a sports for women focus. Bolstering the foundation of sports, the assistance to National Sports Federation initiative supports the infrastructure and development of various sports federations, contributing to the overall growth of sports in the country. India recognizes exceptional achievements on the global stage through the special and national sports awards. Notably, pensions are provided to deserving sportspersons, acknowledging their invaluable contributions. The National Sports Development Fund channels resources for comprehensive sports development, ensuring a robust framework for the nation's athletes. Training the next generation of champions, the sports training centers run by the Sports Authority of India have been instrumental. A total of 8,000 plus athletes, including 3,000 plus women, are receiving training across 34 sports disciplines. Khelo India's Sports for Women component is witnessing a surge, with an impressive 28,000 plus women athletes participating in diverse competitions, showcasing the success of this targeted initiative. The trajectory of women's participation in sports has undergone a transformative journey, from the absence of women athletes in the 1896 Summer Olympics to a substantial surge leading up to Tokyo 2020, where nearly 50% of athletes were women. The progression illustrated by percentages from 11.4% in 1960 to 47% in 2020 reflects a commendable shift in gender inclusivity. These figures not only highlight the growing presence of women in sports but also symbolize a broader societal change, acknowledging and celebrating women athletes on the global stage. This upward trend paints a promising future for women's sports, serving as inspiration for generations to come. Target Olympic Podium Scheme is steering the way for elite women athletes, providing exposure to modern sports sciences and international competitions. Noteworthy achievements include an out-of-pocket allowance of Rs 7 crore plus and an additional Rs 8 crore plus for various needs. India's resolute commitment to advancing women in sports is evident in these targeted schemes, ensuring equal opportunities at every stage of their journey. The government's proactive measures are not only shaping an inclusive sports culture, but also laying the foundation for a brilliant future where gender is no barrier to athletic excellence. The INC Member of Parliament from Rajya Sabha representing Karnataka, G.C. Chandrasekhar, recently posed a question regarding the list of monuments under the conservation and protection purview of the Archaeological Survey of India in the state. Specifically, he sought information on the allocation of funds over the past 3 years for the preservation and protection of these monuments, requesting a breakdown of the details on the state-wise basis. In response to the query, the Minister of Culture and Tourism, G. Kishan Reddy, shared that the state of Karnataka houses 506 centrally protected monuments diligently conserved and safeguarded by the Archaeological Survey of India. The ASI, as the overseeing authority, is committed to the preservation and protection of these culturally significant sites. For easy access and public awareness, the comprehensive list of these monuments located in Karnataka is conveniently available on the official website of the Archaeological Survey of India at www.asi.nic.in, facilitating information dissemination and promoting cultural heritage awareness among the public. India, renowned for its rich history and cultural diversity, is actively preserving its ancient sites through various initiatives. These initiatives are guided by the vision of Vikas Bhi, Virasat Bhi. The Prasad scheme has greenlit 45 projects amounting to more than 1,500 crore, revitalizing pilgrimage sites nationwide. Historical gems like the Kashi Vishwanath Corridor, Mahakal Lok project and Ma Kamakhya corridor have undergone substantial restorations. The Char Dham road projects ensures seamless connectivity to holy dhams, while Kedarnath sees improved accessibility with ropeway projects. Cultural heritage preservation extends to Somnath, Gujarat and the Kartarpur corridor, showcasing the government's dedication to Himalayan and Buddhist heritage through the Swadesh Darshan scheme and the Kushinagar International Airport. Reparation efforts have successfully brought back more than 200 antiquities since 2014. Heritage cities under Hriday and 42 UNESCO World Heritage Sites underscore India's commitment to safeguarding its cultural treasures. Initiatives like Kashi Tamil Sangamam and the celebration of statehood days exemplify the government's promotion of cultural exchange and unity under the Ek Bharat, Shresth Bharat vision. Simultaneously, the Archaeological Survey of India diligently adheres to the National Conservation Policy of 2014, overseeing more than 3,000 centrally protected monuments and sites. This comprehensive and concerted effort ensures that India's ancient civilization and traditions continue to shine globally, attracting tourists and preserving cultural legacies. In the fiscal year 2023-24, the Ministry of Culture has a budget of nearly 3,400 crore, which is 12.97% higher than the previous year's approved outlay of nearly 3,009 crore. Notably, more than 1,100 crore is earmarked for the Archaeological Survey of India to safeguard centrally protected monuments and sites. Additionally, a digital museum named Bharat Shared Repository of Inscriptions, Bharat Shri, will be created digitizing 1 lakh ancient inscriptions. Another allocation of rupees 1,000 plus crore is set for central autonomous bodies. The Adopt a Heritage 2.0 program, launched on September 4, 2023, encourages corporate contributions for monument preservation, offering recognition as responsible entities. On the same day, a user-friendly mobile app called Indian Heritage and an e-permission portal was introduced, simplifying access to monument details and amenities, along with streamlined permission processes. The program ensures ongoing enhancement and maintenance for 5 years, extendable for another 5 years.
A question related to PM Gati Shakti was asked to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways in the Lok Sabha. The ministry was asked the details of the schemes approved for strengthening of connectivity through various modes of transport under the Pradhan Mantri Gati Shakti National Master Plan in Maharashtra, Bihar, West Bengal, Jharkhand and Haryana. The total amount allocated and utilized for the above mentioned schemes and the details and current status of connectivity in the country. In reply, Nitin Jairam Gadkari, Minister of Road Transport and Highways, said that the ministry is primarily responsible for development and maintenance of national highways. Apart from this, ministry has also taken up development of multimodal logistic parks and ropeways. All projects undertaken by the ministry for the development of national highways and multi